The mass media business has become one of the most relevant and necessary industries in America, if not the world. 200 years ago, one of the only ways people could interact with each other from a distance was by sending a handwritten letter, which could take up to months or even years to be delivered. About 100 years ago, telephones were quite common, allowing users the privilege of talking to others from across the country. In the present day, we can interact with just about anyone in the world in a matter of seconds. We have almost limitless options for communication, including many forms of social media, email, texting, phone calling, which has evolved into a much easier and more stable service, video calling, and online instant messaging, for which there are endless different apps and websites available for use. In the near future, human interaction could go in any direction, although most likely forwards rather than backwards. We might see Star Wars-like holographic imaging devices, or perhaps a more accurate and reliable way to compose text messages or emails via voice, a technology that exists, but is nowhere near perfected. Now let's go back to about 1 to 200 years ago. We're going to be talking about social media. Back in ye olden days, however, this particular medium did not yet exist, at least not in the way we know it today. The closest existing thing to social media back then was actually, no, it just didn't exist at all. Social media was an unheard of and technologically impossible concept. Go figure. Fast forward to the present, however, and social media is in its prime. With over 2.65 million people using its multiple platforms all over the world, the medium is used to send all sorts of messages, from political statements to jokes to greetings to memories and everything in between. In the next 5 years or so, I can't be sure that social media will change much physically, but rather the messages and thoughts that people send over the medium will certainly continue to change and reflect whatever the current culture is. Now, let's go back about 20 years, since our 1 to 200 years ago era has been disqualified from our timeline, to when social media was just starting out. The first publicly known platform where users could create profiles and become friends with other users, a formula that modern social media platforms still use today, was called 6 Degrees. 6 Degrees was created in 1997 and was shut down in 2001, being replaced by sites like MySpace and LinkedIn, and shortly after, Facebook and Twitter. This leads right up to the present day, where Facebook and Twitter are still quite popular, along with newer platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and Reddit. In the coming years, there's no doubt that some platforms will be phased out, some will stay, and new ones will continue to be made and grow popular. Now, of course, in any medium, there is interference or noise that can confuse or complicate messages being sent. The kind of noise associated with social media have, do, and likely will remain the same for as long as the technology and economy sustains the same base model that it has for so long. Users may encounter physical noise on some platforms, such as pop-up ads or features blocked by paywalls. There always has been and always will be some form of psychological noise, like poor communication due to emotions or other problems in the human mind. Then there's semantic noise, or interference due to the misunderstanding of a message. Semantic noise is often caused by poor grammar, slang, or unnecessary technical language, perhaps used to make a message seem more professional.
Hey guys, it's Eben here. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Just kidding. Thanks for watching, Miss Crystal. I had a great quarter with you. I hope you enjoy the video and paper.